There YouTube, Rain here, and going into this draft, taking a look at the one color cards first. This is bad, this isn't very good. Not taking fixing yet, not taking these cards. This isn't very good, these two aren't great. So let's take a look at the tricolor cards before we go back to those. There's a Jeskai Ascendancy. This is a card I really wanted to test out. I think it's strong, and I just want to play it. It gets a little awkward since there's another good Jeskai card in the pack, but I really want to play this card, so I'm taking it. Yep, again, the downsides of taking a 3-color card first pick, can't take 3-color cards later, or it decentivizes you to. However, this is a pack with a lot of strong cards, particularly Singing Bellstrike. I found Awaken the Bear to be decent. Mistfire Weaver's okay. Scavenger's okay. Bear's Companion's probably the best card in the pack, followed by Singing Bellstrike, and since I can just take the Bellstrike, I will. High Spire Mantis is amazing. This guy is so efficiently costed and does so well. He also really works with combat tricks because he has 2 keywords in flying and trample. Yeah, super happy. If I wasn't in the pack, I'd take the Bring Low here. Jeez, very nice start. Very happy. Alright, excited. Get to do some Jeskai. I've done a little bit of Jeskai before, and I've been fairly impressed. We'll see how this goes. Ooh, interesting pick. Looking at the power of the pack, there's Force Away is a good card. Embodiment to Spring if your blue-green's okay. Kieran's okay. Prowler's okay. Temur Charger and Force Away are the 2 best cards in the pack. And Force Away is on color still, so it's pretty easy to just take it. It triggers Prowess. It sets them behind if they want to flip up a Morph guy. I can just bounce it back to their hand. And it just has some batted upside of I can loot if I happen to have a creature with power 4 or greater. But you don't even need it. Whew. And then there's packs where you just see nothing. Kinda wanted to test the Monastery Swift Spear. I don't like it a lot, but maybe this is the deck for it with very good 2 drops and a way to pump it to 2-3 before the combat trick. None of this fixing is in my colors right now, so otherwise I would take it. So I'm just going to take this Swift Spear, test it out a little. Another pretty bad pack for me, there's Weave Fate, which I like in Jeskai decks. It's an instant speed, so it's very good at triggering Prowess, and it's a little slower, but I'm really cool with that. Also, there's Smite the Monstrous, along the same lines as Weave Fate in the sort of, it's a good instant speed 4-cost card. This plays a different role, acts as removal. The only real removal I have right now is Singing Bellstrike, and I want to see how good this card is in the format. I know Weave Fate's good, I want to see how good this is. Jeez. Green and black are the 2 colors we're not in, otherwise I'd slam this Palace. It's ridiculously late for this card. Creeping Chill fits along the lines of what we want to be doing in terms of it's a tempo play, it doesn't set me behind, and it triggers Prowess at instant speed. It's versus Windscarred Crag, and if I want to be splashing a 4th color, I should be looking to prioritize this over Creeping Chill. However, I see no reason not to be 3 colors right now, and Creeping Chill's a good card. This is much easier, as it's all off color, with the exception of the banner. Ooh, pack like this. The question is, do I take the splash land for green, or do I take the 4/4? I really never play this card, so I'm going to take the splash card color for green, if I need to do that at some point. Probably won't, but you know, it's always nice to have the options. Unplayable, okay. Unplayable, probably unplayable. I suppose there's a time where this might be a side-in against like a Delve deck, if I see one. Timur Banner would help a green splash, help supports the Highlands, and I'm not a fan of these three. Swift Kick, I already have a lot of great removal and tricks. I really need creatures at this point, and not the sort of mediocre removal. So I'm going to take this. I will take Summit Prowler here though. I'm not in black, but this is the best card in the pack. This is the worst. That's the middle one. Ooh. You know, I'm going to take Swift Kick here over Tormenting Voice. I think it's better than Tormenting Voice. Get stuck with Shatter, okay, in the sideboard. High Sentinels. Now, at first glance, this is certainly an Abzan card, as it can come in bigger than a 3/4. But a 3/4 flying is for 4 is already good, and he enables himself. So awesome. This card is great. Other options in this pack, not much. Yeah, this is easy. There's a Water Whirl, very nice. If I want to be aggressive, still a little low on creatures. I really want some good quality creatures. Not seeing any in my colors though. Really, you just haven't seen creatures. It's between Water Whirl and Tranquil Cove. Question is, do I need Water Whirl? I think the answer is no, but I kind of want to test it out. I'm going to take the Tranquil Cove. I have a lot of tempo plays already, and I kind of like fixing. That might be wrong, by the way. I just wanted to pick it that way. So, not the biggest fan of Glacial Stalker. It's not as good as a lot of the other creatures, but at this point, I just need creatures. I've seen no creatures ever. Like, if you've been looking at these packs, there just haven't been any creatures. Just so strange, but... Alright. Life's giving me another chance to test out the Elder. And you know, this is the deck for it. Force Away, Creeping Chill, Singing Bell Strike. All things that help enable this card. Mystic of the Hidden Way versus Mystic Monastery. I really want both of these cards. Let's count the creatures now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 creatures. Jeez. Normally this would be a very easy Mystic Monastery. The card is insanely powerful and it's in my colors. I'm just so low on creatures that a quality creature like this, I have to take it even if I don't want to. I may come regretting it though. How likely am I going to be punished for this? I'm going to take the Monastery just as sort of a test run. I think I'll be able to get to the appropriate number of creatures later, and this is powerful. Alright, awesome. Scion of Glaciers, one of the best creatures. Very, very happy with it. Jeskai student I wouldn't be too displeased with, but yeah, Scion's insanely powerful. Options in this pack, another Glacial Stalker, not my thing. green splash fixing, not really what I'm looking for right now. And these two creatures, sort of counterparts of each other. Question is which I think is better. And for this deck, I might like the Tracker more. Normally it's an easy choice, I like War Behemoth more, but with Tracker, having first strike means that if I get some pumping effects, this just scales better. And in Jeskai, it's probably going to end up being better. Ooh, awesome. I love this card. It has never disappointed me, and it's always been terrifying to play against. Monastery Flock for the sideboard, maybe. Other options are Treasure Cruise and Erase. I think all of them are sideboard options, but I'm going to take the Flock. It's a creature. Disdainful Stroke, I really don't like. Aerostorm, I kinda like, and Erase is a sideboard card. I'm taking the Aerostorm, it's removal. Disdainful Stroke just doesn't counter Morph, so it doesn't counter a lot of important things in the format. Yeah, this isn't playable, and this is Creeping Chill, making it late. Gonna take it. Alright, options. I have one Monastery Flock. I can't see ever wanting two in my deck, especially in a Jeskai deck where I will have enough flying to fight the air. Windswept Heath, if we pull a ridiculous green bomb later on, I think I now have enough green fixing. I have 3 green fixers that I can potentially look to play it. Both of these are pretty bad. Dutiful Return is a little better. Lens of Clarity is a stick, as it should be. Alright, going into pack 3. The curve isn't something I consider so much in this format, but the number of creatures is important given how the draft has gone so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 creatures so far, and some of them I'm not happy playing. Ghost Fireblade, if my creature count wasn't so low, I would consider this more. I haven't tested it yet, and I kinda want to, but I really need to pick up creatures right now. Normally I'd take Feet of Resistance or Scion of Glaciers, and I consider it pretty close, but Scion is really great, and it's a really good creature. Passing a Murderous Cut as probably the next best card in the pack, followed by Feet, followed by maybe Smite, or Burn Away. Actually, I think I like Burn Away a lot, but value creatures. Ooh. Ooh. Suddenly, the deck gets better. Flying Crane Technique, this is a powerhouse. Watcher of the Roost? Jeez, every time I see a Pine Walker, I want to take it and play it, but I can never do it, just because I'm either not green or there's something else in the pack. Watcher, taking a look at how heavy white I am, I'm a little light on white right now, but I can just cast him for 3. He's going to do his job. Creature I'm happy playing. Crater's Claws. If you watched my Mardu games, this card was perfect for the deck, and it's going to be perfect for this deck. Usually use it as a finisher, but it changes the way the game is played, which is very cool. Between Banner and Bloodfire Mentor. Having 2 banners would be pretty nice. Easier casting on Aerostorm and my double cost cards. I have some ways to sink in mana, and it triggers Prowess versus Bloodfire Mentor. How much time do I have left? 43 seconds. Bloodfire Mentor allows me to get into the later points in the game. Scion gets kinda good in the later points. Flying Crane Technique, it doesn't really work well with Flying Crane Technique, but it would be for like this Crater's Claws and this Aerostorm. Overall, I think the banner is more supported in this deck. Okay, options here. I don't really think I want to take a third Creeping Chill. Quiet Contemplation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12's tricks right now are probably going to cut that down a little, but I want to test this card out. I think it's really strong. The other option really is Salt Road Patrol to just get another body in, but it's really not good in my deck. So I'm going to take the Quiet Contemplation. You can make an argument for Weave Fate and kind of one for a third Creeping Chill, but this just seems like what I want. Alright, Mardu Heartpiercer is a great card. Kills Morph guys, and with the amount of tempo plays I have in this deck, odds are I won't be stuck on this without being able to attack. So super happy with this. Don't want a third banner. Would consider playing some green sources for this, but not really. That's a late bring low. It's going to make the cut. Burn away wield. I think that's a little ridiculous. This is instant speed, 6 damage removal, and it just shuts down Delve. This card is great, and I haven't played it yet, so I will play it now. Nothing really. Is there any chance I play this embodiment? There's kind of a chance. I haven't been keeping up to date with how many creatures I have. The Scaldkin's going to make the cut. Singing Bellstrike making it way too far as usual. Sagu Archer is a good one. Alright, Pack 3, this deck really shaped up. Going into Pack 3, I was a little nervous. My creature count was low. Even though I had good tempo plays, I couldn't make really good use of them. But after Pack 3, things started going great for me. I didn't get punished for this monastery. I'm very happy I have it now. Alright, so in terms of creature count, which is something I want to start with this deck, have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 creatures. That's a little on the low end, but in a Jeskai deck, I actually think that's fine. Some of the other decks that could be a little unacceptable, like Timur, just wants a lot of creatures. We're going to have really quality spells and removal, and a lot of ways to trigger prowess. So the question is, we pretty much can't cut creatures at this point. Going down to 11 creatures is low, too low. So we're cutting 6 cards, and they're going to be tricks. Straight off the bat, I like Quiet Contemplation a lot. I think it kind of replaces the need for 2 Creeping Chills. But I'm going to keep them in right now and just see if I have anything that I just instantly want to cut. This Ascendancy should be great. This Crane Technique will be great. It's a little worse since I have 12 creatures rather than like 14, but maybe this Arrow Storm. Okay, the Swift Kick's not making it. This Arrow Storm, it's like a sorcery burn away that does 2 less damage or 1 less damage. The question would be if I want to play both of them, but I think Arrow Storm's a little slow, and I'm much happier with Burn Away. Alright. 4 more cards. On the list of the spells I can cut, Smite the Monstrous. I have a few good ways to do a lot of damage to high power creatures and deal with them very efficiently, so I don't need this. Jeez. The quality of spells and non-creature cards in this deck is through the roof, by the way. I have a lot of ways to use a lot of mana, so I want to play the 2 banners. Oh, this is unfortunately complicated. I might cut a Creeping Chill at this point. I love this card, but not more than Force Away, not more than Singing Bell Strike. And I haven't played Force Away yet, or even played against it, so I want to do it and see it. 25. Ugh. Do I go down to 11 creatures and just play all my removal? Because I'm going to have to start cutting removal at this point. If I had to cut a creature, be one of these two. Given my lack of pump spells, Flying Crane Technique works better with the Stalker. Weapon Master works better with the Tracker. Yeah, I would have to say Tracker would get cut before the Stalker. But is Tracker better than Prowler? This one's pretty close. I think I'm going to cut the Prowler. With how much removal I have, it's going to be easier to make it late, where I can just play Tracker, do some effects like Weapon Master and Ascendancy to work with it, High Sentinels. I'm going to let my opponent know that I'm building. One more card. A banner or Quiet I love this card and I really want to test it. Ugh. I just don't want to cut anything, but I'm not going to play. Will I play 16 lands? Can I afford to do that? My deck's a little on the mid-range slow side, and it has ways to use mana. I really think I should cut one more card. Maybe the Chill. Maybe the Swift Spear. I'm going to cut the Swift Spear. Just feels like it doesn't do a lot. It brings my creature count down to a very, very, very risky amount though. I'm going to dive into my creatures and see if there's anything that I would put back in. Maybe Prowler for... Yeah, I don't know. I like this deck as it is. It's low on creatures, so I'm going to have to value my creatures much higher than theirs. Didn't have to do this green splash, but I didn't end up with a lot of fixing. I have more white and blue fixing. I have the most blue, followed by red, followed by white. And the most blue by quite a bit, so I should put an emphasis on my basics for blue, then red, then white. I'm putting in 15 basics. Divide that by 3, 12. So it would normally be 5 of each, but I'm going to make it 6 islands, 5 mountains, and 4 plains. Overall, this deck is very strong. I feel I've already addressed the problems with it. There's a little bit of inconsistency with how little mana fixing I have, but 2 banners and a tri-land should supplement that. Alright, see how it goes.